Yes, family. All right. A little bit of breaking news. I was actually gonna cover this yesterday, man, but you know it go already. But yeah, today we see now that yeah, man, the great historian David Starkey's been sacked. Yeah, by Cambridge University after a row over so many damn blacks in Africa comments. So let's see if we can play the video. This is what he said from, this was yesterday. Hopefully it'll come up, family. 1 second. Oh dear.
Slavery was not genocide. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many damn blacks in Africa or in Britain, would there? You know, an awful lot of them survived. What again? There's no point in arguing against globalization or Western civilization. They are all products of it. We are all products of it. The honest teaching of the British Empire is to say, quite simply, it is the first key stage of world globalization. It's probably the most important moment in human history, and it is still with us. Its consequences are still on, and generally speaking, in most ways, actually fruitful. There are downsides, again, as the Brexit vote demonstrated. So that's how you go about tackling it. And as for the idea, as I said, that slavery is this kind of terrible disease that dare not speak its name, it only dare not speak its name, Darren, because we settled it nearly 200 years ago. We don't normally go on about the fact that Roman Catholics once upon a time didn't have the vote and weren't allowed to have their own churches because we had Catholic emancipation. And you know what? We had Catholic emancipation at pretty much exactly the same time that we got rid of slavery in the 1830s. We don't go on about that.
All right, family. So, yep, that was the comments that he made. So now let me see if I can stop this. Okay. So it reads.
No. We're still awaiting this list. There was.
All right. Sorry about that, family. Okay. So that's what was said, and then it reads: TV historian David Starkey has been sacked by Cambridge University after claiming slavery was not genocide because there are so many damn blacks still around. BLM boy. The 75-year-old was forced after sparking a row during a Black Lives Matter movement debate. The university contacted the historian following his remarks and dropped him with immediate effect. The university contacted the historian following his remarks and dropped him from his fellowship position with immediate effect. The university's Fitzwilliam College said it will not tolerate racism, adding that honorary fellows are expected to uphold the college's values. Canterbury Christ Church University has also terminated Starkey's role as visiting professor after his completely unacceptable comments. Starkey made the remarks during an online interview with Brexit campaigner Darren Grimes for his YouTube channel Reasoned UK. The historian denied slavery was genocide, adding, if it was, there wouldn't be so many damn blacks. He described BLM as wholly and entirely a product of white colonization and its activists, not culturally black Africans. A Fitzwilliam College statement on Friday said, the master has accepted Dr. David Starkey's resignation of his honorary fellowship with immediate effect. Fitzwilliam prides itself in leading the way in Cambridge in opening access to higher education for underrepresented groups. Our student and academic bodies are diverse and welcoming to all. We do not tolerate racism. Professor Rama Theonong Vice-Chancellor of Canterbury Christ Church University in Kent, has apologised to staff and students who have been offended and upset by the appalling comments. He said widely reported comments by historian David Starkey during a recent online interview are, in our view, completely unacceptable and do not reflect the values of our university and community. We have therefore terminated with immediate effect Dr. Starkey's visiting professorship. I would like to say sorry to the colleagues and students who will have been offended and upset by such comments of this appalling nature. And in particular, and in particular in these challenging and difficult times for us all. During the interview, Starkey said slavery was not genocide, otherwise there would be so many damn blacks in Africa or in Britain, would there? An awful lot of them survived. And again, there is no point in arguing against globalization or Western civilization. They are all products of it. We are all products of it. The Tudor expert appeared to argue slavery wasn't ethnic cleansing, as not all slaves died. And he also seemed to link slavery to positive aspects of globalization in an astonishing hour-long interview. Cambridge-educated Starkey argued that the British Empire was, generally speaking, in most ways, actually fruitful. There were downsides, he belatedly added. As for the idea that slavery is this terrible disease that dare not speak its name, it only dare not speak its name because we settled it 200 years ago, he said, referring to the abolition of slavery in 1833. Starkey then appeared to argue that Roman Catholics have suffered just as much as black slaves. #Jupiter. We don't normally go on about the fact that Roman Catholics once upon a time didn't have the vote and weren't allowed to have their own churches because we had Catholic emancipation, he ranted. Do you know what? We had Catholic emancipation at pretty much the exact same time we got rid of slavery in the 1830s. We don't go on about that. He also went on to rant about the campaign to teach colonization in schools and said if black Brits moved back to Africa, they would die. Starkey raved, we cannot decolonize the curriculum because you Black Lives Matter are wholly and entirely a product of white colonization. You are not culturally black Africans. You would die in seconds if you were dumped back in black Africa. You wouldn't know how to cope. He tried to claim that the same people who support the BLM movement were the people who work themselves up into a lather about leaving the European Union. His racist comments were blasted by former Home Secretary Sajid Javid. Mr. Javid said Starkey's racist comments were a reminder of the appalling views that still exist. Twitter users condemned Starkey as repugnant and ill-informed. Mickey Clem Fernango raged, David Starkey proving yet again that arrogance and a toffee-nosed accent are not automatic indicators of intelligence. Look up the meaning of the word genocide, you snot-nosed repugnant racist. Labour MP Carl Turner tweeted, Dear God above, please, this is just utterly awful from David Starkey. William Oliver commented, David Starkey sounds disappointed. So many damn blacks survived slavery. He and Darren Grimes probably wish the Empire had finished the job. And Alex argued it's truly horrific what David Starkey said regarding slavery, and the fact that he wasn't challenged by Darren makes him even more complicit in his overt racism and white supremacist rant. Neither of them should ever have a platform again. It is not for the first time David Starkey has been accused of racism. In 2015, the historian was removed from a promotional video at Cambridge University after complaints from students. They cited a 2011 Newsnight interview in which he said a substantial amount of the chavs have become black. The whites have become black. A particular sort of violent, destructive, nihilistic gangster culture has become the fashion. He also came under fire for comparing the NHS's handling of the coronavirus to the child abuse scandal that rocketed the Catholic Church. He accused health bosses of working to protect the institution, not the patient. In an outspoken interview about the pandemic, Dr. Starkey has previously retorted, I shall reserve the right to comment freely but without recrimination. Okay, family, so, a little news, latest update. So, the man Starkey, has been sacked basically by the Cambridge University, after claiming that slavery was not genocide because there are, quote unquote, so many damn blacks still around. Okay, so family, I don't know what you feel about that. Leave your comments below. I'm sure there may be some people that agree, and I know there's going to be some people that disagree. So I'll be interested to hear, man. Definitely. And if this works out,